Okay. Screen is up. Awesome. Alright, today is day 16 out of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are 25% of the way through learning JavaScript, and we are continuing on in the second section, control flow. Okay. Now that we've got the parts of JavaScript, let's see what we can do. In this unit, we'll explore how we can take those parts and create decision trees, games, and much more. In programming, make decisions with code, which is called control flow. For instance, if we make a choose-your-own-adventure game, we need to program a way for our user to choose plot line they'd like to pursue. Control flow statements enable JavaScript to make those decisions by executing different code based on conditions. In this lesson, we'll learn how to make decisions with JavaScript and how it can control the program's flow. Next, 2 of 8. If you think about what we've been doing so far, we've been writing instructions for computers. That's all programming really is, a list of instructions for computers. The main difficulty of being a developer is translating our ideas in human speak into ideas in computer speak. Let's learn how we can ask JavaScript to think like us and make decisions like us. Let's start with human speak. Many decisions we make every day boil down to this sentence in some form. If something is true, let's do option 1, or else, if it is false, let's do option 2. This sentence looks fairly similar when we write it with JavaScript. See for yourself. Var need coffee equals true. If needs coffee, console log finding coffee, else console log keep on keeping on. Little cat, hey, thank you for joining us. Would you like to? No, you're on the space bar. Oh god, space bar and volume. Okay. Good. Is the camera? No. You're highlighting things. Bad cat. Hey, look. I love you. Please leave forever. Don't fall in the laundry basket. Don't fall in the laundry basket. Yep, that's the water bottle. You were adopted. Hey, look at that. Go play with her. Go play with her. She loves you. See that? See that? Good. Okay. Line averted. Alright. Before we got sabotaged, where did we leave off? This sentence looks fairly similar. Are you back again, demon beast? Hey. Yeah, love, go away. Oh, yeah. Good. This sentence looks fairly similar when we write, okay, yeah, human speak. Var needs coffee equals true. If need coffee, console log finding coffee, else console log keep on keeping on. 1. If the variable needs coffee is true, JavaScript will run one code block, and if the variable is false, it will run another. 2. Needs coffee. No. The conditions we are checking inside if... Oh my god. Whiskers, you're adorable. Thank you. Stupid cat. Okay. 2. Need coffee is the condition we're checking inside the if ifs. That's a very weird apostrophication. I don't think that's a word, but it has an apostrophe S, and that's strange. Ifs. 2. Need coffee is the condition we are checking inside the ifs parentheses. Wow, there's a lot of going on there. Since it's equal to true, our program will run the code between the first opening curly brace, line 2, and the first closing brace, line 4. It will completely ignore the else, ... part. In this case, we'd see finding coffee, log the console. Note, code between curly braces are called blocks. If-else statements have 2 code blocks. If we adjust need coffee to be false, only the else console log will run. If-else statements are how we can process yes-no questions programmatically. 1. Create a variable named Harry Potter fan and set it equal to a boolean based on your preference. I don't think hella true is an option that the console will recognize, so we'll just try true. Var, if we can type anywhere. Right. Little cat trigger the code? Or was this already here? I wasn't paying attention. Did she type all that? I don't know, but we're gonna change this to true and just hope for the best. Okay, create a variable named Harry Potter. Run. Did the little kitty trigger that? That's a lot of code for a cat to type with her toes. Yeah, anyways, run. I think it's gonna give green checkboxes in all 3. Yep, death. Okay. I think she triggered something to prompt all that. Anywho, so we're gonna read through the prompt though. 2. Then write if-else statement that uses Harry Potter fan as its condition. If this is true, then log mischief managed. If it is false, then log I lead a muggle's life. That's great. Note, why is there a slash in I lead a muggle / life? Since the string is surrounded by single quotes, we can use a backslash to add a single quote within the string. This is called escaping a character. Aha. Fascinating. Okay, so I'm still going to type all that fun stuff out because it's just good practice. I haven't had to hammer out if-else statements before. So we've got var Harry Potter fan equals true if Harry Potter fan console log Manning semicolon else console log I lead a muggle's life. The pirate's life for me. Okay. Don't get sidetracked. Semicolon. Right? So Cool. Alright. Very good. Condition that must be evaluated. Oh, that's just one giant photo. Need coffee, console log, finding coffee. If the condition is true, this code block will run. Okay, awesome. Next. 3 of, why is there so much code already present? It's a little strange, right? It's a little strange. If-else statements are made even more powerful with comparison operation. Comparison? Yeah, comparison operator. Death. It's almost 11. We're losing it. There are 2 comparisons you might be familiar with. Less than, greater than. You may also recognize these. Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Comparisons need 2 things to compare, and they will always return a Boolean, true or false. How can we use comparisons and if-else statements to see if it's time to eat? How can we use comparisons and if-else statements to see if it's time to eat? Cat, we're going to find out if it's time to eat you if you jump up here again. Please stop touching the mic. No. No. Since you're not totally blocking the screen, I'm going to keep reading. Instructions. 1. Write a variable named hunger level and set it equal to 5. Thank you. 2. No. Whiskers. Hey. Thank you. Good. Is that? I don't know where we had it. That's gotta be good. Okay, write a variable named hunger level and set it equal to 5. If hunger level is just an example. Okay. Hunger level equals 5. Run. Two, write an if-else statement that checks if hunger level is greater than 7. If so, log time to eat. If it's less than 7, log let's eat later. Okay. If I'm totally drawing a blank already. If console log. Really testing my mental capacity here to remember. Time to eat. Oh god, you're right clicking. Meh, no, your toes, cat. Specifically your right foot. Your right toes? Your back right toes. No, you're just clicking on it worse. Every step you take is a step in the wrong direction. Hey, thank you. How about we hang in the lab? What's up, man? Learning JavaScript. Yes, if hunger level. Yeah, the cat is slightly distracting. Thank you though. Yes. Don't mind me. Sorry. There you go. Right. What were you saying? Cats are the worst. I have 3. Hey! We have 3 cats. That's the tiniest one. She's trying to sabotage the stream. So yeah, 3 cats. Way to go. Team 3 cats. Right, console log. Hunger level 7. Thank you. Hunger level 7. That can't be right. Hunger level greater than 7? Bandit. Yeah, that sounds like a good name for a terrifying cat. Hunger level. This would be greater than 7, right? Yeah, nice. Okay. So from there, then we've got else. Enter console log. Think console log, and then less than 7. Let's eat slash later. We're just gonna copy that. Let's eat later. Less than 7. Okay. We need our semicolons. Always good to have a semicolon. Something seems genuinely wrong. Not sure what it is. There's a lot of red going on. Oh, is it probably the... Is it the grader needs to go? No. Is that it? Is that the issue? If else... No? Oh god. I've destroyed everything. If hunger level 7, console log, time to eat, else console log. Ah, yes. Right. Good call. My bad. My bad. The cat totally distracted me. Thank you for the reminder. This is why instructions are important, children. Console log. Boom. There we go. This is looking better. DDD. Okay. That damn quote. Essentially, like if some condition is true, do this, else do that. Aha. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, I follow. We had hunger level greater than 7. Check. If else, hold on. We're hinting. Oh, aha. I've got the wrong... Well, I've got one wrong thing up there. So there's that. That needs to be 7. That'll help that. So far, so good. I just, the syntax on this is beyond destroyed. I feel like I'm right there, but I'm just missing it. But the stream is good. It's day 16 of coding for me. I'm trying to code every day for a year, so definitely new to this. Something if else. Oh, I've got the brackets in the wrong areas. That's what you were saying. If hunger level less than 7. Less than 7, right? If hunger level is less than 7... Oh, now, but what about the first one? If it equals 7? Or no, hunger level equals 5. That's what it was. Hunger level equals 5. Now it's making sense. Slowly. Very slowly. Does that look safe? That looks safe. Mostly. Fingers crossed. Hey, look at that. Green checkbox. We did it. Crisis averted. Let's eat later. Hot damn. Ugh. That was a close one. Okay. 3. Notice that since hunger level is 5, the if statement evaluates to false, which is here. Therefore, the else code block runs. Now that the hunger level variable equal to 10, now set the hunger level equal to 10, and run your code again. Running. Green checkbox. Awesome. 4 green checkboxes. Now it's time to eat. We can use the... What do they refer to that as? Okay. Less than, greater than and equal to, or less than and equal to compare variables in an if-else statement, which is a powerful way to make decisions in JavaScript. Play around with these operators and values to see exactly how they work. Okay, we'll get there. We will get there. Oh, needs a condition. Aha, yes, yes. Awesome. Okay. Section 4 of 8. There are 2 more extremely useful comparisons we can make. Oftentimes, we might want to check if 2 things are equal, or if they are not. 1. To check if two things equal each other, we can use equal, 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 3 equals in a row. 2, to check if two things did not equal each other, we can write exclamation equal, equal, exclamation with 2 equals in a row. Slow down here. This can be easily confused with creating variables. Variables use 1 equal sign to assign a value to a variable. When comparing two variables, make sure you use 3. How can we utilize equal, 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 or exclamation equal, equal, and an if-else statement to write a program to see whether a werewolf will turn into its wolf form this evening? Write a variable named moon phase. Okay, and don't mind me, they keep spitting out all the code we need beforehand. I'm coding a TwitchBot in JavaScript right now. I haven't gotten very far. Yeah, that'll be an interesting undertaking. I'm still just trying to make it through the general low-level courses on Codecademy, and some have been challenging, as we just saw, mainly when the cat distracts me and then I forget what's going on. But I'm also noticing all kinds of little, I guess, bugs in the site. Like, all this stuff shouldn't actually be here. This is all the proper code that's needed to complete the activity. 1, 2, and 3, and all that, but for some reason in this activity, I know I can report the bug, but meh. It is good to see what the code should look like. But right now, I've been clearing out the code and trying to figure it out on my own. So what all my bot does is insult. I was just about to ask, what does your bot do? You read my mind. All my bot does is insult people at the moment. I don't know why I made that the first feature, but I did. That's good. Just deploy it whenever you get too many trolls in your channel. Okay. You can name him Trump Bot. Although, hey, that's only applicable if you're stateside in America. Okay, learn. There are 2 more extremely useful. We did all that. 1, write a variable named moon phase. Set it equal to full. Okay. Variable moon phase equals full. Run. Should I have full in quotes? I should have full in quotes. No? Maybe? Full? Ah, set it equal to full. Yes, in quotes. There we go. 2. Isn't an insult? Ah, that's funny. That's fantastic. But at least your bot is working. That's the important thing. Okay, 2. Write an if-else statement that checks if the moon is full. If the moon phase is full, log howl to the console. If it's anything else, log I swear I'm not a werewolf. Okay, so if moon phase no, what was it? It was if moon phase equals full. One, two, three. Full. Log console.log howl. Oh god. Howl. Semicolon else. Remember that full is a string, so it needs to be wrapped in single or double quotes in your if condition. Ah, right. Noted. So this guy. So full. And we should ditch those extra quotes. Okay. Thank you for the reminder. Console.log. Copy. Where I'm not a wolf. And one, aha, extra. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna run that. Fingers crossed, green checkbox. In the bag. Great success. Okay, 3. Notice the code inside the first block of your curly bracket. Okay, so that would be here. That's because moon phase equals full, and therefore a condition evaluates true. Okay, that's not really an instruction, that's just further verification. Awesome. So onward, next. 5 of 8. If-else statements are either this or that for us right now. They answer questions that are either yes or no. What can we do if we have a question that has multiple yes conditions or multiple no conditions? We can add more conditions to our if-else statement with else if. Check out how this fits into your current knowledge of if-else statements. Variable, stoplight, green. If stoplight equals red, stop. If else, or else if stoplight equals yellow, slow down. Else if stoplight equals green, go. Else, caution unknown. Okay, so we've got red, yellow, green, stop, or stop, slow, and go. The value is green. If it's nothing, then it's caution unknown. Okay, or if it doesn't equal any of those 3. Okay, so with that said, 1, we created a variable named stoplight that is assigned to string green. 2, Then there is an if-else statement with multiple conditions using else if. Else if allows us to find multiple states of the stoplight variable and output different things based on its color. The whole thing ends with the singular else we know and love. The else is a catch-all for any other situations. For instance, if the stoplight was blinking blue, the last else would catch it and return a default message. Okay. We all know that turning into a werewolf is not an instant thing. It happens in stages. So let's expand upon our program before to accommodate that fact. If the moon is mostly full, log arms and legs are getting hairier. If the moon is mostly new, log back on 2 feet. If someone enters an invalid moon phase, make sure the final else to log invalid moon phase. Okay, fair enough. So I should end up putting if else after howl. So we're going to need to change. We're going to change the console log to invalid moon phase. Actually, we're going to just do within the quotes. So there's that. Now we're also doing 1, 2, else if, there's that, else if, there's that. Oh, yeah? No. There we go. Okay, and then we'll bring that back up. Okay, so we've got console.log and fun with quotes and a semicolon. Copy console log.fun with quotes and a semicolon. If the moon is mostly full, now do we have to add? We need to add another string, don't we? We do. We need one of these. So copy, and that would go in front of the if else, between the brackets. Moon phase, and we're gonna do arms and legs, copy. And we're gonna do, or wait. No, not that. Not that. We're getting ahead of ourselves. That's the console log. That's the console log. So, arms and legs, mostly full, goes here. Mostly new goes here. And back on 2 feet. All right, I don't see any red. Now, although we entered all that, I don't know if we're supposed to change the phase. I think we're supposed to change it to mostly full. We got a green checkbox for 1. Set moon phase to mostly full and run your code. Copy. Mostly full. We got 2. Set moon phase to mostly new. Hey, it's working. Back on 2 feet. Okay, now set moon phase to solar eclipse. Yeah, copy. It's just gonna confuse the system, but that's okay because we've got our handy else statement to protect the village. Nice work. We just made a decision tree with multiple conditions using an if statement with else if conditions. Fantastic. Golden, golden. Next. Okay. What are we looking for? So learn. So far we've been able to translate certain thoughts into JavaScript code. Like, are these things equal with 3 equal signs, or is one thing greater than another thing with a caret? Greater than or less than, whatever you prefer. In English, sometimes we say both of these things, or either one of these things. Let's translate those phrases into JavaScript with some operators called logical operators. To say both must be true, we can use and an. To say either can be true, we can use... Honest to God, I don't know what that is. I know it's the vertical line above the backslash, forward slash, one of the slashes. Decision tree hype, true dat. Decision tree for life. Recognize. Okay. To say I want to make sure this is the opposite of what it really is, we can use exclamation. To say these should not be equal to each other, we can use exclamation equal equal. For example, stoplight green and pedestrian false, go or else or stop. Okay, all kinds of fun there. 1, in the example above, we make sure that the stoplight is green and there are no pedestrians before we go. 2, if either of those conditions are false, we log stop. Just like the operators we learned previously, these logical operators will return either true or false. These logical operators are helpful when writing if-else statements, since they let us make sure multiple variables are true or false. Way cool. Let's say the werewolf can only become its wolf form when there's a full moon and it's a foggy night. We've already have a moon phase variable. So let's start with making a foggy night variable set equal to true. Okay. So we're gonna need something. Both must be true versus either can be true. We already have moon phase, so let's start with making a foggy night. So, moon phase is full / is it and? Both must be true. It's full moon and it's foggy, so we should have and foggy night. One, two, up. 1, 2, 3. What would that be? true. I don't know if I need a quote for true. I don't think I need a quote for true. Variable foggy night equals true. Oh. Fascinating. Is and. Okay. Okay. We'll need another variable. Gotcha. Foggy night. Variable. Foggy night. Right. Equals. True semicolon. Fingers crossed. Okay, I think we're inching in the right direction. Boolean values in JavaScript don't have quotes. Noted. I will try to remember that. Okay. The Booleans, true and false, don't have quotes. Mental note. Alright, we're gonna run that for now, I think. Maybe. Hopefully it doesn't give me an angry red checkbox. Green checkbox. Thank God. We didn't burn down the village. Okay. On to number 2. Now, set moon phase to full again. Son of a... Okay, fine. We'll do it. Not a problem. Not a problem. It's an easy fix. There's that. Moon phase full. Now that we have both conditions, let's write that in our if-else statement. In the first condition... Oh, I think maybe I was getting ahead of myself with this little bit. Okay. I think I was getting ahead of myself. Also, since the variable would be a Boolean, you could just set the condition to if moon phase equals full. Oh, and foggy. Okay. Each would evaluate to true. Gotcha, gotcha. So I don't need to do all that. Well, I don't know. I get what you're saying. I agree. If it spits up an angry red box, I'll ditch the triple equal signs and I'll curtail it. But we'll see what happens for now. Okay, so now set the moon phase to full. Good. In the first condition of the if else, make sure that moon phase equals full and foggy nights are true using the double and. Yeah, got that. Okay, note, if-else statements check the trueness or falseness of variables. So there's no need to write foggy night true. You only need to write foggy night and you'll get, okay, right. Gotcha. Okay. Either way works, just giving you a less verbose. Yes, I agree. Less, oh my god, they went over the word in one of bloated code. Is that the right phrase? I think that was the phrase they used in one of the previous lessons. To not have it excessively wordy. Green checkbox. You're right. Topher's on fire. Okay. Now change foggy night variable equal to false and run it. False coming up. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get false up in here. Run it. Green check mark. Okay. 4. Notice the default else will print to the console. Okay, that's because and requires both moon phase and foggy. Cat, no. You did good. Princess, you're gonna have to move. Alright? Good. You can block the camera as long as you're not blocking the screen. Or typing with your feet like that. Wrong. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, yes, look, there, you got your scratches. Please leave. What if you hang out down here, right? In the lap? There you go, just don't claw me. Or hit me with your tail. Sweetness, I love you, but you have to move. You and your little death claws are making it difficult to concentrate on coding, and you're blocking the screen. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Move. Move. You're doing great. Just go all the way. Maybe? Come on. I believe in you, little cat. There you go. Alright. Sorry for the cat delay. The cat's name. This, it's not the most clever name, but it's Little Kitty. The reason why it's Little Kitty is because one of our other 3 cats, his name is Kitty. So we've got Kitty and Little Kitty. So that's that. The 3rd cat is Oliver. Technically the 2nd cat. So no love for Oliver. But Little Kitty, she's the youngest of the 3. She always asks for the most cuddles and scratches, so we're obligated to love her. But since she's soft, we do it willingly. Okay. Totally got distracted. Scratching the cat. We're deep in number 4 instructions. Notice the default else will print the console. Invalid moon phase. I believe that's what they're talking about. That's because and requires both moon phase and foggy night to be true to execute, and we just made one of them false. Now let's try the whatever that was referred to. Use in place of the and you wrote in the previous step to make the if-else statement howl if moon phase is full or if foggy night is true. Leave the moon phase as full, the foggy night is false. We are just changing up this little bit. Run. Maybe I celebrated. Nope, there we go. Boom. 25 points for Gryffindor. What do you know? Alright. Inappropriate bot. It's late. I'm tired. Alright, Topher. Well, thank you again if you're headed out for all your assistance. You were an integral part in tonight's success. Okay. Before... Insult Little Kitty. I didn't even notice that. Doesn't fall. Here for all of us. Jesus. At least your code and Twitch bot are working flawlessly. Despite its sharp tongue, for lack of a better phrase. Okay, 7 of 8. We are on the edge. Before we move on, let's circle back to else-if statements. Using else-if is a great tool for when we have a few different conditions we'd like to consider. Else-if is limited, however. If we want to write a program with 25 different conditions, like a JavaScript cache register, we'd have to write a lot of code, and it can be difficult to read and understand. To deal with times when you need many else-if conditions, we can turn to a switch statement to write more concise and readable code. Note, to a computer, a switch statement and an if-else statement are the same, but a switch statement can be easier for other humans to read. Part of being a good developer is writing code that both computers and other humans can read. Switch statements look like this. Variable, grocery item, papaya, switch, grocery item, case, tomato, console log, tomatoes are 50 cents, break, case, lime, limes are $1.50, break, case, papaya, console log, papaya is $1.30, okay, break, got it, in general. 1. Switch keyboard initiates the statement and is followed by whatever, which contains the condition that each case will compare to. In the example, the condition is grocery item. 2. Inside the block, brackets, there are case. There are cases, plural. That's just strange because they only have case bolded. Anyways, inside the block, there are cases. I'm not going, just felt bad that the bot is making it so inappropriate. Gonna lie down, try to sleep. Good luck, dude, later. Thank you for the visit. Farewell. Okay, where did we leave off? Cases. Multiple cases. Cases like an if-else or an else-if part of an if-else statement. Dude, nice to meet you. Okay. Where did we leave off? Something about tomatoes. The word following the first case is tomato. If grocery item equaled tomato, that's case console log would run. 3. Grocery item equals papaya. So the second case statement is skipped. Third case, okay, papaya and so long. It's just describing the code above. At the end of each switch statement, there's a default condition. If none of the cases are true, then the code will run. Cool. Let's illustrate this by converting our werewolf program into a switch statement. For now, let's also delete the foggy night variable so it doesn't fog up this concept. Ha ha ha, clever writing. Okay. Very punny. Moon phase will become the condition of the switch. Then each moon phase will become each case that the switch statement checks for. Start by writing a switch statement with the moon phase as its condition. Okay, they said execute foggy night, deleted and gone forever. We will destroy foggy night's existence. From there. Okay, and now we're changing to switches. So, how are we going to do this? So it'd be switch moon phase. Right? I don't know. Yes. Switch. Well, you know what? First, let's do. Or is it going to be ang? Yeah, it doesn't like that. Okay. Switch. Okay, switch moon phase. So it doesn't even need to equal full. Okay, that worked. Nice. Then write each if-else condition as a case. If moon phase is full, then use console log to print howl. If moon phase is mostly full, use console log to print this. Remember to add a break after each console log, like in the example. So, full, so its case is full, then console log, and then case mostly full, and then console log. See you, dude. Nice to meet you. Topher, I appreciate all your assistance. You've been a lifesaver. And enjoy the rest of your night. Okay. Ace. Ace, all, colon. Here we go. So case. Oh, and there's supposed to be a break somewhere in here. Switch, moon phase, case, full, non-full code break. Okay. Okay. We are getting there. Switch. Phase. And it goes to the end. Death. We also need four, mostly new. Useful console. Look how I am just running out of brain power. That's what it is. Just getting tired. Need to push through. Moon phase. Case full. It looks correct. Console log. Okay. There's only one break. And those touch. Right? Those are there, mostly new. We've got case, break, case, break. Console log. Now, console log, arms and legs getting hairier. Console log. Back on 2 feet. One, two. Console log. Oh, default. Would it be default? Maybe we don't do that just yet. Run. What do we do for it's a slash and an asterisk to comment out? Whoa. Asterisk. Slash. Run. Okay, we got a green checkbox for 2. Thank God. 3. Now add a default at the end of switch that uses console log to print invalid moon phase in case that moon phase does not equal one of our cases. I'm going to take this guy, copy, break, and then we'll call you default, and it doesn't equal anything. Default. Console log invalid moon phase. Okay. Run. Sweet. 4 of 4. Nice. Oh, that was a nightmare. Okay. Way to go. We just learned a lot of control flow concepts. If-else statements make binary decisions and execute separate code based on a condition. We can add extra conditions with 2 if-else statements. We can add extra conditions with 2 if-else statements with else-if conditions. Switch statements can make complicated if-else statements easier to read, however they achieve the same result as if-else statements. Comparison operators like less than, greater than, less than and equal to, and greater than and equal to can compare 2 variables. After they compare, they always return either true or false. Logical operators like and the vertical line, exclamation equal for not equal to, and exclamation can compare 2 variables to see if certain conditions exist. And checks if both sides are true. The vertical lines check if either side is true. Exclamation equals checks if both sides are not equal. And exclamation changes a variable that is true to false and vice versa. In the next lesson, we'll learn about functions and how to write blocks of code that are reusable. Press next to continue. Awesome. So what is up next? Functions. Learn functions and scope. A function is a block of code designed to perform a task. Okay. Awesome. Well, that brings day 16 to an end. Thank God, 37% of the way through. That was the longest 12% of learning I have experienced yet on this site. View profile, 167 points, 16 days, going strong. Tomorrow, day 17. No idea what time, but sometime tomorrow. Continue chipping away. 26 badges. Control flow. Awesome. I think that is it for now. Oh, look at that. Little kitty cleaning herself. Okay. Good times. Good times. Killing the stream. Where'd it go? And fill it.